a really good question. I mean, it stems since I was like around 13 years old. I've been doing content for a very, very long time. I used to have like a Minecraft channel. I used to have like, don't tell anyone this, right? I mean, obviously, gonna tell everyone. But the thing is, bro, I used to have a vlogging and prank channel, kind of like what Kaizen had when he first started. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want it to be leaked, but I used to be with my close friends, Tuna actually, who's like one of the biggest food content creator in Kuwait. We used to do content together when we were younger, but it never really stuck. And then I just finished university like a year ago, and I had to come back to Austria because I had to do the Austrian military. So I had so much time on my hands, and I was watching a lot of Kaizenat, and I was like, you know what, bro? Like I should probably pick up content creation again and start streaming again, and that's what reignited it. But like what initially inspired me was the likes of like Logan Paul, David Dobrik, Jake Paul, you know, those amazing like those content creators back in the day before they were all controversial and stuff. But like back in the day, they were like such a big inspiration. They really showed that being a content creator is actually not only fun, but like it's a viable option. And it paved the way for me when I was really young and like really shaped the way my mind thinks. And that's what initially triggered it. But like what re-triggered it was like Kaizenat and watching Kaizenat Speed perform and like do their streams and stuff. And that's what really triggered over summer. Like I think June 2024, which is like just a few months ago. That's what triggered it. That was a re-inspiration. Yes, sir. It's a really good question. And I'm really scared to kind of announce goals or like set goals because as you know, the YouTube scene, yeah, yeah, with subscriber goals. Because as you know, like YouTube and like content creation, it can be very volatile. Like 1 month you could be getting like 10K subscribers, and the next month you're like getting like 100. But I think what would make me very proud at the end of 2025 would be to hit 100K subscribers because I've always dreamt of having the YouTube plaque. So I think that's my goal. 100K subscribers, end of 2025. Let's see if it comes true, Marty. You're going to hold me accountable. Inshallah, bro. We'll figure it out. We'll do it. Some way or another, we'll figure it out. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So with gaming, I mean, I was always a gamer. I remember like when I was a kid, back in 2000, maybe 10 or so, when I was really, really young, and we had this old Toshiba laptop, and like we were living in like a 2-bedroom apartment here in Austria, and I would sneak in and try to get the laptop, and like I'll play it like at 2 a.m. in the morning, you know, like these really funny online games or mini games. So I've always been a gamer, and as I got older, I kind of shifted away from gaming, but it was always like kind of like a root thing to me. And the thing is, like with gaming, it's like the easiest to pick up. So if you want to do like IRL content, you have to spend money in terms of traveling. It's very, very difficult. Sometimes in the region you live in, it might not be so entertaining. So the gaming just made a lot of sense because I've always wanted to do gaming. But on top of that, it's just the easiest option for me to create content and build around that stuff and use my personality, which I would assume I'm kind of funny. I would hope so. And I would just like game. So it's just the easiest option and something that was like so central to who I was since I was very, very young. Oh, you're a little bit muffled right now. No. Yeah. Mm. So you've been editing for a while. Damn. That's genuinely a really good question because that's something I talked about business partners a lot. Here's the thing: YouTube, I would argue, has some of the more younger audiences. So in terms of it goes from younger audiences on YouTube, then TikTok is like a little bit older, like maybe teenagers entering kind of adult, and then Instagram is just adults. And what I found is kind of as the demographic gets a little bit older, and if you're playing more like younger audience type of games, like for example Roblox is dominated by younger audiences, it doesn't get like received the best, right? So I get the most like lack of supporters on Instagram, but I get the most supporters on YouTube. Now, what's interesting though is because I've seen a lot of TikTok live creators get a lot of like really bad hate, like really bad hates when they go TikTok live. What I've noticed though, and that's kind of what I was worried about starting TikTok lives. What I've noticed is they're extremely supportive. The viewers on TikTok are like probably one of the most nicest people I've met, like up there with YouTube. So I would say YouTube, like currently is up there with TikTok, but TikTok is like just a little bit low, and then Instagram is worse. I don't even post on Instagram. I don't even want to deal with Instagram to be honest with you, bro. But I would argue, I think YouTube is the number one for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, that's another really good question, Mark. You got the really good questions, bro. You came prepared, bro. You came prepared. Um, that all comes down exactly, bro. You're a professional, bro. You're professional. It comes down to overall strategy. Now the thing is, like with long form videos, as you know, you're an editor, right? Like editing a 20-minute or 10-minute long video is extremely time consuming. It's really hard, and lives, yeah, exactly, bro. And that's with you who's really skilled, right? With me, like I'm not the most skilled long form editor. I would say with shorts, I could be a little bit quick, but like it's just all about time allocation, and that's something that me and my team and I are continuously working towards. So the short answer is yes, we're really trying to push towards long form video. Like we are every single day, we're trying to like come a little bit closer. But it's extremely hard to balance it with short content creation and also lives, because lives, a lot of people say like, oh, like streaming is not the hardest job on earth, 100%. But what's hard about streaming is that when you're live, you have to be active from the beginning you start to the end of it, and that can be very energy consuming and time consuming simultaneously. Depends on how long you stream. So, to short answer, yes, we are working towards longer videos. The quality of which are going to depend if I can manage my time better. So yeah, that's my answer. So soon come. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm only human, right? You know, I'm only human, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like it's look, I can count the bad experiences I had on streaming on one hand. So it's not that many, not that many. But there are moments where they really get to you, like either you're really tired or you're really exhausted, and it just like all of a sudden someone's gonna say something that just triggers the right time. You read it at the right time, you're just a little bit tired, you're just a little bit aggravated, and it just really catches you. But something that I've worked on a lot because I've been streaming now for a lot of hours, um, is knowing how to keep your composure in that specific moment. Because like if any streamer says like I don't get annoyed, that's complete cap. Everyone gets annoyed. You're gonna have people can come into the chat. Like we've banned over 300 people on YouTube alone, right? And that's like, and I don't ban people often. It's very rare I ban someone. And that like for me to ban 300 people, that means they were the worst of the worst of the worst. So it does happen a lot of the times, yes. But it's all about how you deal with it. How do you bounce back? What is your composure like? Are you mature enough to understand it's just someone being silly? Don't ruin the overall experience for 99% of the people who are being nice and being friendly and being patient just because one person is being a horrible person. So of course I do get annoyed, but I've become really good at like just like getting composed, getting under control, thinking past it and focusing on the people who are being kind, being supporters, being amazing, my friends, friends on the stream. So yeah, thank you. Yes. 100%. 100%. I think one trap I don't want to fall into is focusing on one game only. That's a very, 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 very dangerous trap. And you see a lot of big, unfortunately, I mean, even Quickcraft talked about this. Getting to the top is easy, but like staying on the top is the hardest, right? And a lot of the mistakes that a lot of really, really big creators, I mean, recently, you know, a Roblox content creator actually shut down his channel, I forgot his name, but he's been around for 10 years. And he was focusing mainly on like M2 content. And that issue with focusing on one content only or one game only can like really bite your behind if you don't diversify. Variety gaming is the future. It is the number one thing to do. It's important to focus on one game, like a specific game like Roblox as a whole, when you first start, or like Fortnite or Among Us or whatever, because you need to build that base audience, right? And then slowly diversify into variety. But if you focus too much on one game the whole time for a whole streaming career or content creation career, it's not gonna end well. Like, and you see it so many times. The reason why I'm mentioning this, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the goal is to bring variety back. If what I start with Fortnite, and then I move over to Roblox, and I'm slowly trying to bring Fortnite back into the equation. And when I'm playing Roblox now, something I'm talking with my team about is building more variety. So not only just play Blocks Roots or Dress and Press, I'm also trying to integrate like M2 back in or other variety, because I have to. Like also just for me, like if I'm playing the same game every single day for like a whole year straight, let's say 6 hours of streaming a day or 4 hours of a day, you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get like, there's not much you can do on and on and on and on. It's a point of variety, and that's something we're actively working towards. But again, it's hard to implement these strategies because time management is the number one enemy. I appreciate it, bro. I'm definitely hit you up with it. Bro, I used to play Hypixel all the time. Yeah. Oh, I just realized you changed your emblem. You changed your animation. Dude, that's sick. Bro, I need to step it up. I need to step it up. I gotta stay on top of that then. I'll get that free stuff, you know what I'm trying to say? Mm, yeah. That's a good question. I mean, that's the problem as well. Like, there's a lot like Kermit and Shrek. They're amazing people, and they do such amazing fan art. It's really hard for me to like integrate that with what I'm doing in the game or what I'm streaming, because like I don't want to disrupt the flow too much. And like if I do it at the end, not that many people are watching, so it's a little bit unfair. If I do it at the beginning, it can be like, oh, like I'm here to like watch a specific game. So it's really hard to like integrate that. Um, currently I don't. To be honest, I don't know, because that's not something I'm actively like trying to like solve. But like whenever someone does a fan art, usually I'll watch them off stream, and then like I'll review them, and then I'll show them on stream as well. But like I'm not really sure how I'm gonna integrate it with the streams in the future. I think the only way I can integrate them more is if I do longer streams, but that's not currently something in the overall like strategy that we're trying to implement. So to be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I would hope so. I want to, because a lot of the fan edits and fan arts are like so amazing, like so amazing, and I try my absolute best to show my appreciation. But at the same time, it's really hard for me to like implement that when I'm streaming. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Mm. Yes, yes, it is. It is. It's very difficult. It's look, it depends what kind of content creator you are. If you're just streaming, then it's fine, right? That's like the only thing, like in terms of what you're doing for YouTube or content creation, it is the easiest thing. What makes it hard is everything else on top, right? If you're trying to make shorts on top of it, right? Then it starts to get really, really complicated, because, you know, the schedule that I'm trying to do is 10:30 till 12 is the first stream, and then 1:30 till 3 is the second stream. That's already 3 p.m. You're already like from morning till night. You're already, or midday. You're already like working, and it's very like energy consuming because you want to make sure you like you're grateful for everyone. You want to make sure you read all the chat as much as you can and respond to everyone because you know they're here to like be there for you, so you got to be there for them, right? It's hard if you have a lot going on the side, shorts, long form videos, and that's why you see a lot of sometimes streamers who don't have editors or who don't have you know a bigger team only doing streams because it just their ability gets very very limited. But whilst it is hard, it's still very very fun. It's still very very fun, and whilst it's still also difficult, once you start getting to the hang of it, it gets very very easy. The problem is I've been doing a lot of stuff outside of like streaming, like also part like you know whether it's like working on long form videos or collaborating with other people or other stuff. Once you start breaking that momentum, that's the biggest issue. So to solve the hardness of doing 2 times a day, it's just getting that consistency. And the reason why it's hard, right? You might be wondering, okay, why is he saying it's hard? Because it's all about momentum. If you start a stream, it's like going to the gym. The hardest thing about going to the gym is going to the gym. It's not the workouts. It's literally just going to the gym because you mentally have to be like, okay, let's go to the gym. And you'll see a lot of streamers talk about how hard it is just to press a button to go live. But once you press a button, it's all easy. But then if you do that 2 times a day, it can start really messing with your mentality. And if you're really tired and exhausted, you're like, I don't know, I'm nervous, you know, I'm this and that. All them crazy thoughts, all them bad thoughts comes in, and that's what makes it really hard. But when you're consistent and when you do this every single day and you're just keep going, it doesn't get so difficult anymore. But when like me, when I'm a little bit less consistent now, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. Yeah. Mm. One message to say to the world. Yes, life is extremely hard. It is extremely hard. No matter who you are, if you're born into a rich family or you're born into a poor family, it is very, very challenging. You deal with things on a daily basis. And I think what something you need to really understand is be a little bit more patient with yourself. You know, I suffer from this a lot where I'm like, you know, we all put ourselves to the highest of standards, right? Everyone wants to be the best. Everyone wants to make sure that they become the best, right? And I think it's important to realize that things take time. Things take time to progress. You know, Rome wasn't built overnight, right? Slowly but surely, be patient with yourself and keep grinding, keep working, you know, and be patient because things gonna happen that's completely out of control. You know, whether the algorithm changes for content creation, or God forbid you get a bad grade at school, or one of your friends doesn't want to be your friend anymore, or God forbid your partner doesn't want to date you anymore. You know, all these things. These are daily things that happen. Or you're walking down the streets, you're about to go to work, you're about to go to school, whatever you're doing, and someone on the street just says something mean to you for no reason. You know, these are all things that happen, and just be a little bit more patient with you because when you're working towards a goal, you're not going to achieve it quickly. No goal can be like, especially a goal with high like accomplishments, like let's say like your biggest aspirations. You're not going to achieve that tomorrow, right? That's why it's your biggest accomplishment. Be patient, take it slow. Life is hard, but you got this, right? Just keep going every single day. Just try just a little bit. Even if you improve 1 or 2% a day, that's still better than 0%. And that's what we're going to take away. Another thing I want to say, though, life is very hard. But when life backs into a corner, you have 2 options. Either you give up and you just, that's it. Or you get up and you bite life's face off. You fight back. Be patient. But at the same time, internally, have a very, 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 very strong fighting force. You got to be aggressive. Because life is aggressive. You have to be aggressive, but be patient, but be vigilant, right? And like, write down your goals and put it on top of your wall. Like right now, behind me, I have my goals right there. Every day, look at this. Stay vigilant, stay vigilant, stay vigilant. Be patient, but be aggressive. That's what I would say to the world. Be patient, but aggressive. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. No, thank you for having me. I really, really appreciate it. Of course, man. Of course, man. If you need anything, just let me know, bro. Of course. Yeah, dude, I need to step up my Discord game. It's lackluster. It's really lackluster. Exactly, bro. I appreciate my bro. You're a legend, bro. Thank you. Thank you for having me here, bro. Appreciate, appreciate you, bro. Make sure to like and subscribe to Marty Edits. He's the biggest legend of them all. Let's get it.